Back to Gauteng now, where the case of former Speaker of the National Assembly, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, has been postponed to the 9th of July for trial date at the Pretoria Magistrates Court. She was appearing on charges related to alleged corruption during her tenure as Minister of Defence. She's currently out on bail set at 50,000 rand. Canny Maphanga was in court earlier and we cross over to her. Very good morning to Canny. Thanks for joining us. We've seen that there's been a little bit of bickering with regards to whether the case should be back at the Pretoria Magistrates Court or referred to the High Court. What's the latest?
Well, good morning to you, Simpiwe, and to the viewers at home. Well, actually, the matter has been set in motion for it to be transferred to trial. What you did see earlier is that they have set a postponement date, and the purposes of us returning here on the 9th of July is to get that trial date. And we know, at least from the investigative directorate, that full disclosure has now taken place. So that means that Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula knows exactly the kind of case that the state is bringing. She knows the witnesses. She knows what's going to happen when they get to the trial, and she'll be able to prepare a proper defense upon getting that trial date. But an interesting turn of events that happened earlier this morning is that the investigative directorate has now done a U-turn on the second co-accused. You may remember that Advocate Manyati, in the first appearance, that was the bail application, when he was emphasizing the strength of the case, mentioned that there was a second co-accused that they were getting ready to bring to the courts to join this corruption matter. We were waiting for weeks to see if the ID would pounce on the so-called second co-accused. However, arriving at the court this morning, it seems that the ID has decided to go against this, do a U-turn, and no longer bring a co-accused to the matter. But to elaborate further on this, I am joined by the ID spokesperson, Mr. Henry Mamotame, here at the lower court following that brief court appearance. Mr. Mamotama, what exactly happened? We were speaking about a co-accused and was brought in to discuss the strength of the case. We arrived today and all of a sudden there is an explanation to the court that there will no longer be a co-accused, and I think the explanation ended there.
Well, the investigating directorate decided not to further pursue the co-accused after engaging further with the evidence that was before us. Remember, this person was only going to be charged with one count of money laundering. So after careful consideration, the investigating directorate decided not to pursue this person further.
And there is full disclosure that has taken place. Now we know that we are ready to go for trial. We're not expecting any further delays. Is that correct?
Well, that's correct. However, we do not know when the matter is finally transferred to the High Court if there'll be any applications, any form of applications from the defense attorney. But we're hoping not, because from our side, we are trial ready.
And of course, there's a huge task placed on this investigating directorate to deal with these high-profile corruption matters. We've seen a couple of glitches along the way with the New Lane matter and, of course, the ESCOM matter. And one could say that the stakes are high for this case, especially in the public perception of the ID and its ability to fight corruption. Is that the ID's perception or sentiment as well?
Well, we take every case that is before us quite serious. We understand our mandate quite well. So we are not selective to any case or the profile of the person before the court. We follow the evidence, we summon you to court, and we take you for trial. So all of the cases before us are very important for us.
All right, thank you very much. That was Mr. Mamotame highlighting how high the stakes are for the ID as they prepare to head to trial in this latest high-profile corruption matter. As I stated earlier, Simpiwe will be back in the lower court on the 9th of July, and that is to get the trial date. We know that full disclosure has taken place. Once that trial date is given, then you can expect that that matter would move to the High Court. Court, and we can expect to see this full trial in a Schedule 5 offence, which is several counts of corruption, one of money laundering against the former Speaker. We'll see her defend herself in that criminal trial in the High Court and see it to its end.